Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Tibetan Buddhist Society's introductory series. Hope you're all well. If you're along the eastern seaboard here in Australia, you're probably in lockdown. Last week we were coming to you from the temple. This week it's just online. This is one of Lord Buddha's teachings, truths. Impermanence, things change. So we know these things to be true. We experience them. Last week we looked at refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma and the Sangha, with looking at Lord Buddha as the object of refuge and the Dharma, the teachings of Buddha, our realizations, which is what we need, realizations of the Dharma, and the Sangha is our spiritual community, our support group. So this week we're looking at the chapter on karma from Geshe Acharya Thubten Loden's book, The Essence of the Path to Enlightenment. So just settle your mind, develop a pure, good heart motivation. In Buddhism, this is referred to as bodhicitta, the mind of enlightenment. And we're thinking for the sake of others, wishing to attain complete, perfect enlightenment. So we just spend a few minutes, whether you're watching live or whether you pop in, watching now later on, just settle in, make yourself comfortable on a cushion, on a chair, any way you'd like to relax. Just try to keep your spine, your back straight, and your head, your neck tilted slightly forward, chin in, and your arms resting by your sides, with your hands in your lap, the right hand resting on top of the left, and with the thumbs touching. And if you're sitting on a cushion, sit comfortably cross-legged. And if you're in a chair, just sit as you please. And just make yourself physically and mentally relaxed and comfortable. And we'll spend a few minutes just in a breathing meditation, just to calm the agitated mind, the wandering mind. Just bringing the mind back, bringing the focus to the here and now, wherever you are. Just bring your mind to the breath, the breathing in and the breathing out. That's all. So just observe the inhalation and the exhalation of breath in your own time, nothing forced. If you can, breathe through your nose. Otherwise, through the mouth is fine. No worries. Just breathe and relax. And enjoy the sensation of breathing. If you can, breathe through your nose. Focus your attention on the nostrils as the air gently passes in and out. The rising and falling of the breath. Just breathing, settling the mind and settling the body. No need to think about things. They'll all be there after our class, after this session. Just settle and relax. Make the most of this precious opportunity to enjoy the sensation the sheer wonder of just breathing in and breathing out. Just feel the rising and falling of the breath. And acknowledge that this process of breathing begins at birth and ends at death. And in between, our life is the breath. Enjoy, appreciate this special breathing in and breathing out. Okay. So these teachings are from Geshe Acharya Thubten Loden's Essence of the Path to Enlightenment text. We're up to the chapter on karma. If you have the text, the book, it is page 65. So I'll read a few lines from Geshe-la's wonderful book. So Geshe says, strictly, the term karma means action. Its general usage, however, covers actions, the imprint made on the mind from actions motivated by delusion, and the results of those actions. The imprint is what links an action to its eventual result at some time in the future. So through actions, the actions we do, body, speech and mind, we create imprints which later, at any point in time, appear as results. The law of karma is therefore the law of cause and effect, and refers to the inevitable production of a certain future result by any action. An understanding of karma is the key to creating whatever future that you may wish to experience. So karmic causes end in karmic results. Whether it be the achievement of higher status, wealth, beauty, or the greater goals of liberation or enlightenment, all goals will be attained only by knowing the correct causes for their production. So we're looking at karma, and in the Buddhist tradition, we listen or think or read about karma, and then we analyze it, and then meditate. Without such knowledge, any good conditions that you may experience are both temporary and unstable. You have no real knowledge of how happiness and good conditions were caused, and therefore how to sustain and improve them. You remain bound by karma, but are unable to establish your destiny by controlling karma. So the practice of the Dharma is to understand all of the teachings of Lord Buddha and implement them. And if we create the karmic causes and conditions for our greater goals of liberation and enlightenment, then those results will eventuate. Karma, the law of cause and effect, causes have results. So if we create negative causes, we experience negative results. And since time is beginningless and endless, then we don't know when these results, the ripening of karma, will eventuate. So we're experiencing the results of causes that we don't know necessarily when those causes were established. So Geshe goes on to explain that all beings and their experiences of happiness and suffering and the environments in which they live are created by karma. So basically everything is karma. All results, everything we experience, everything all sentient beings experience is karma. The result and results of causes created through beginningless time. A very vast, profound subject. Every moment of time for every sentient being is a result of karma. And not just humans, 7 or 8 billion human beings on this dear planet Earth, but all sentient beings, animals, insects, fish, all the birds, all beings are experiencing karma. And karma is created every moment through body, speech, and mind. In Buddhism, there is said to be no other creator. All exists as a direct result of the individual and group karma of living beings. The individual minds, bodies, personalities, happiness, suffering, and circumstances of each being are the result of their individual karma. And then we have group karma, large group karma, smaller group karma. Large group karma where we're all sharing this one planet. Group karma to be in the country we're in, the city we're in, the family we're in, and the circle of people and other beings that we encounter. All the realms of cyclic existence and all world systems, all universes within those realms arise due to group karma of the beings inhabiting them. So we're just experiencing the karma we have created, actions. Geshe explains that by knowing the workings of karma and understanding the underlying principles that govern all that exists, so knowing the causes of suffering and the causes of happiness, we can refrain from creating the causes of suffering and only aspire to creating happiness. And as Shantideva said, whatever joy there is in this world, all comes from desiring others to be happy. And whatever suffering there is in this world, all comes from desiring oneself to be happy. So we have to expand our view, our mind, to take in the bigger picture. So broadly speaking, karma is either positive or negative, generally. And positive karma is all actions motivated by such positive states of mind as love, compassion, generosity, ethics, and then the practices of concentration and wisdom. And negative karma generally is motivated by the mind of anger, attachment, jealousy, pride, wrong views, confusion, doubt. So we need to refrain from creating negative karma and to actively create only positive karma, with the wish to benefit all sentient beings. So, let's look at the headings in Geshe-la's book. So, karma is certain. In that positive karma will certainly bring positive result, and negative karma brings negative results. So we need to understand this. This is definite. There is no other outcome. Negative karma does not create positive outcomes, and positive actions, positive karma does not create negative outcomes. So we're looking at karma generated by virtuous minds. Love and compassion, generosity will only bring happiness. And karma generated by anger and ill will, or negative states of mind, brings negative results of suffering. So we know this just in gardening. If anybody enjoys gardening, that if you plant whatever seeds you plant, these are the crops you will reap if they have the conditions to continue to grow. And that's the thing with positive karma and negative karma, things can change along the way. And when we look at our gardening, if the seeds do not have the right conditions, not enough rain, not enough warmth from the sunshine, if the soil does not have enough nutrient, then though the seed is planted, we may not get a result of that seed. And so this applies to positive karma and negative karma. If we think about negative results, we can stop negative results from, even though we create the causes, we can prevent the outcome or lessen the outcome by doing opponent practices. So we'll get to that during this session. And so all good conditions are only experiences of positive karma that we have created somewhere previously. In this life, in previous lives, beginningless lives, in the continuum that is beginningless and endless. And all sickness, pain, all these current conditions we're experiencing with the pandemic on the planet for human beings is the result of karma, group karma, and how we experience it then is individual karma. So Nagarjuna, one famous Indian master, great Buddhist teacher, in his precious garland of advice to a king, explained, from non-virtues arises all suffering and every lower realm, and from virtue the happiness of all lifetimes and all higher realms. So we really need to integrate and appreciate and understand karma, how it works. It's not fate. It changes. We can destroy our positive karma, and we can subdue and eliminate our negative karma. So let's look further into this. We've got let's have a look. As Geshe says, some people whom we encounter have a presence that makes others feel relaxed and comfortable in their company, and this is a result of positive karma. And in particular, their actions, the karma created of patience and respect and never harming others. And some people also feel happy in themselves and naturally cause others to feel happy as well. To really need to appreciate somehow, to integrate it into our mind, that every moment is karma. Everything we experience. And then consider that there are others who are very difficult to communicate with, who project harsh, negative, unpleasant, negative feelings. And this is a result of their negative karma through actions performed out of anger. And through anger, many other negative states of mind, such as ill will or jealousy. So these beings, for us, we remain uncomfortable around them. So Geshe explains that everything, no matter what your situation, good or bad, it is definitely a result of karma. karma increases. That's an interesting thing too. So we can just look at either the seed of a eucalypt or a California redwood or an acorn for an oak tree and see how small the seed is, and then consider, with the right conditions, these tiny seeds grow into enormous, majestic trees. So karma works that way. We create karma, positive and negative, and through the right conditions, or through the conditions, the causes, karma will increase. But as we said with the analogy of like our vegetable garden, if the conditions are not there, if we remove a few of the ripening causes of karma, then we can subdue or destroy karma. We can destroy our good karma, or we can subdue and eliminate our negative karma, or we can even transform our karma, good karma, into bad through more karmic interferences of our mind, our pride or jealousy, doubt. So looking how karma increases, let's just think about this, that Shakyamuni Buddha, in one of his sutras, said, even by creating small non-virtues, great suffering arises in future lives. A great destruction is caused by a small drop of poison in your system. So we can appreciate that, how small poison, small virus can actually destroy our life. So all the things that Lord Buddha taught, the entire spectrum of the Dharma is true. We just need to check it out, analyze it, appreciate it, and make it real. So look into these teachings, all of the teachings of the path to enlightenment, and really see if it is valid. For all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the past, present, and evolving, we can appreciate that if you create the karma to become enlightened, it is definitely possible. But through negative mind, creating conditions of unfortunate circumstances, creating a mind of doubt or pride or anger, it's very difficult to appreciate these wonderful teachings of the Buddha. So just appreciating that the power of positive or negative karma increases day by day unless something is done to actually stop it. So we need to allow our positive karma to increase, to rejoice in our positive karma, to nurture it, and to eliminate creating and causing negative karma, and to eliminate or subdue at least any of the negative karmas we have created. So this is our really important practice. We need to do this, not just intellectually, not something I might do one day, but to actually subdue all the negative karmas, create only positive karma to benefit all sentient beings. And this isn't just the end result being enlightenment. This is to benefit all sentient beings in every moment on that path to enlightenment. So whether you're at home or at work or at study, holidays, wherever, doing whatever, just creating, nurturing positive states of mind with the wish to benefit all sentient beings. The next point in Geshe-la's wonderful chapter on karma is that actions not done do not bring results. So if we don't create the cause, there is no result. So we need to stop creating negative karmas. The ones we've previously created will still ripen, but there are ways and means of purifying, eliminating, subduing their outcome. But we do need to appreciate karmas not created do not bring results. Because there is no effect without a cause. So if we haven't created the cause, there can be no effect. So if we look at certain situations in people's lives, just in general day-to-day living, wonderful examples here from Geshe-la about how some people put enormous action, effort, struggle into becoming wealthy. They study to improve their qualifications, do extra jobs, start businesses, anything they can to try to become wealthy. But somehow they struggle financially. This is just due to karma. Some people do nothing and wealth comes their way. This is due to karma. So we need to create the causes to experience the conditions we want. And some people want wealth. Some people want beauty. So different people have different outcomes. Some people don't want or need or require any of these things. So if you look within a family, that each child in a family may have a totally different outcome, even though their upbringing is the same. But just their karma, their experience, their personalities, these are the results of karma. As Geshe says, the group karma of certain countries is that everyone is able to eat. So whether they're poor, middle class, wealthy, everyone has enough. In some countries, nobody has enough. So everything depends on karma, but it's not fate. Things change. Next point is that actions done are not wasted. So an action done will definitely bring a result. And we don't know when. That's the weird thing about karma. There's no definite date for its outcome. So if we look at, it may take many lifetimes, many millions of lifetimes, but time, the concept of time, is beginningless and endless. And so we need to appreciate these wonderful teachings of Lord Buddha and put them into action. Not put them to the side, get around to them one day when I have time, when I have money, when I have holidays, when I retire. Create the karma right here, right now, expanding your mind. Just contemplate the wonderful four immeasurables that Lord Buddha taught. Love, compassion, joy, and equanimity. We've been through these before, but always good to recollect. Just thinking how wonderful it would be if all sentient beings had happiness and the cause of happiness. Not just our friends or our family, but all sentient beings, all humans, all animals, every being that's suffering, beings in realms we cannot comprehend, expanding the mind, big picture, big karma, positive mind, thinking how wonderful it would be if all sentient beings had happiness and the cause of happiness. That's love, great love. And then compassion, great compassion. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were free from suffering and the causes of suffering. They're just creating the imprints on the mind, the karma, that encompasses all limitless, countless, numberless sentient beings, and wishing them all to be free from suffering. And then the joy. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were never separated from the happiness which is without suffering. So just happiness, no suffering, no causes of suffering. To be beyond the karmas of suffering, the seeds of suffering. Then for equanimity, may all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. So if all sentient beings viewed all sentient beings as equal, beyond the duality of us and them, So these are positive karmas that we can create in the moment, here and now. And then we can dedicate those thoughts, the four immeasurables, so that they do not decrease. So the idea of dedication in the Buddhist tradition is to dedicate the merit of that to the attainment of enlightenment, so that that merit, that wish, the seed that we've created, does not disappear until we attain enlightenment, until all sentient beings attain enlightenment. So it's not just a small picture wish to have wealth, thinking, oh, how wonderful it would be if I was wealthy. Once you attain that wealth, that karma is finished. So we try to create positive karma that will not dissipate, cannot be destroyed, that will be there until all sentient beings attain enlightenment. So we can now look at 10 negative karmas and their results. So Geshe explains that the complete negative karma has 4 components. So the 4 parts of a negative karma are the object, the intention, the correct discrimination of the object, the clear motivation, the delusion, and then the act, the completion of the act. So we do our utmost not to create all of those together, which can only result in lower rebirths. So the 10 negative karmas are killing, so taking the life of any sentient being, including animals. All sentient beings view their life as precious. So the fully ripened result of killing is a lower rebirth. A result similar to the cause is to have a habit or tendency to kill living beings, such as animals or insects, or even humans. And the experience, similar to the cause, as you will have a short life or ill health, or may be killed by others. And the environmental result of killing is that you will be born in a violent place with wars and conflict, where food and medicine have little beneficial effect in sustaining your health. So karma is serious stuff. May seem trivial at the time of creating negative karmas, but the results are not pleasant. The second one mentioned here is stealing. Negative karma of stealing, which is taking anything that is not freely offered. The result of this is that you will lack wealth and resources. And when you do gain things, they will be taken from you or lost. That your environment will be a barren place where crops don't grow or are destroyed, or your business endeavors fail. So negative karma really is unpleasant. Sexual misconduct is adultery. The karmic result of sexual misconduct is that you will not be able to sustain relationships quickly separated from spouses, friends, family, helpers, and your environment will be dirty, disorganized. Lying is misleading others. The result is that in future your speech will not be believed, whether or not you're telling the truth. Your environment will be filled with cheats and con men, where there is no one whom you can trust. So negative karma just creates unbelievably unfortunate results. Divisive speech intended to cause friends to be parted. The karmic result is to be lonely and have few friends, followers, or helpers. Find it difficult to develop good relationships. Harsh speech is any speech intended to hurt others. The karmic result is others will be abusive towards you and speak badly about you. Your environmental experience will be an uncomfortable place. Idle gossip is speaking without meaning or without purpose. The karmic result of idle gossip is that others do not take your speech seriously or listen to anything that you say. Where you live in an environment where crops do not grow properly, where the rain comes at the wrong time, and your activities are not successful. Covetousness is grasping at others' wealth and possessions, and friends and qualities. Karmic result of this is that you are never able to achieve your wishes and never get what you want. And malice. Malice is a state of mind in which you wish to harm others, the karmic result of which is to experience unfounded fear and to panic easily. Your environment appears violent and threatening with war and fearful plagues and wrong views. The final wrong views are when you do not correctly understand a particular matter, yet nevertheless maintain incorrect notions about it with conviction. An example is where you do not properly understand karma, but nonetheless firmly maintain that karma is not true. The karmic result of wrong views is that you will not have very good outcomes. You will have stubborn ignorance, misconceptions, and find it difficult to learn and develop new understandings. So negative karmas, negative causes only result in unfortunate outcomes. So really need to take this to heart, to mind, wherever you put your thoughts, and do one's utmost to refrain from any negative karma, the creation of any negative karmas, to avoid any of these unfortunate suffering outcomes. So Buddha did not teach all this just to show blame or to say serves you right for creating these karma. The entire teachings of Dharma are there to benefit sentient beings. And the four immeasurables epitomize this, in wishing all beings to have happiness, to be free from suffering, to abide in equanimity. So positive karmas are basically the opposite of negative karmas, refraining from all the negative causes. So not killing, not stealing, not engaging in sexual misconduct, not lying, not engaging in divisive speech or harsh speech or idle gossip, not having covetousness or malice or wrong views. And the examples of positive results in the essence of path to enlightenment is the attainment of long life, beauty, high status, wealth, influential speech, power and fame, strong mind and body. Just useful things in this life to benefit others. So by having a long life, Geshe explains, the benefit of this is that you will have enough time to gain full realizations of the Dharma. So having time, precious time to actually practice, to listen, to think and meditate. So the causes of long life are saving the lives of other beings and not harming them, and looking after and nursing the sick and rescuing those who are threatened with death or other unfortunate circumstances. Beauty, the second benefit, is that if you are beautiful or handsome, it enables you to attract others to you and your practice of the Dharma that you're imparting to them. Geshe explains that as ordinary people are unable to recognize the internal realizations of others, a beautiful appearance makes it easy for them to believe in you and develop faith. The causes are practicing patience and then offering flowers and fruit and holy objects to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, offering garments and ornaments to holy objects, and doing paintings, making paintings of Buddhas, making sculptures, and generally making offerings. The third quality of high status is that by having a high position of respect in society, such as being a prince or a member of a prominent family, just in a position of responsibility, is that you have great influence. So if you're in a position of influence and are respected, then your views and your instructions be heeded. And you will have many influential friends who can also help others. The causes of high status are abandoning pride, no matter what qualities you have, and respecting those who are to be respected. So respecting gurus, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, ordained Sangha, parents, elders, and those with superior qualities and knowledge, and praising the good qualities without jealousy. And wealth. The benefit is that having wealth allows you to support others with acts of generosity, do wonderful things with wealth, benefiting many beings. Cause of generosity. The cause is generosity to the Triple Gem and to all beings, and rejoicing in the generosity of others. So if we don't have wealth, then by rejoicing in the wealth of those who have it, we are creating the causes, the karma, to experience wealth. Influential speech. The benefit is that you will be effective in removing the delusions and obstacles of others. This is caused by avoiding the 4 non-virtues of speech. Harsh speech, idle gossip, the others. Power and fame. The benefit of having power and fame is that you will quickly and easily influence others to follow your advice and the instructions you give them not to act in any negative way. The cause is making offerings and respecting powerful objects such as one's guru, abbot, parents, elders, and so on, and by practicing perseverance, mindfulness, and concentration, and having a strong mind and body. Benefit enables you to undergo any hardship and austerity in following your guru's instructions, and you will have fewer interruptions caused by illness. A strong mind gives you the determination to do whatever is necessary to benefit other living beings, and enables you to develop wisdom and clairvoyance quickly. And the cause of a strong mind is helping others to overcome their mental unhappiness, agitation, and delusions, and helping them gain patience, concentration, and wisdom. So we'll quickly get to the 4 opponent powers to purify all negative states of mind, all our karmas are negative karmas. So these are the power of the object, the power of regret, the power of the opponent force, and the power of commitment. So the power of the object, generally any negative karma we have ever created is in relation to sentient beings or to Buddhas. So by causing any problem with the Dharma, the Sangha, any negativity, this is in relation to the 3 jewels. And then the other negative karmas for sentient beings is killing, stealing, lying, etc., etc. By taking refuge and generating bodhicitta, these are the power of the object. So it is said, if we fall to the ground, we use the same ground to support our effort to get up again. Likewise, going for refuge by relying on the 3 jewels as an object of refuge, and generating bodhicitta by relying on all sentient beings as our object of compassion will purify all negative karma. So the object is the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, and all sentient beings. And we are taking refuge and generating bodhicitta, the conventional mind of enlightenment, thinking for the sake of others, wishing, aspiring to attain complete, perfect enlightenment. The second of the 4 opponent powers is the power of regret, where you reflect and consider any negativity you've ever done. In Buddhist practice, there is no guilt, there is only regret. So we regret any negativity that we have ever created in the past, that may be created in the present, or we may create in the future. So you reflect on all the possible negative actions you may have done with body, speech, and mind in beginningless previous lives. So unimaginable karmas, because we cannot even see the things we've done in this life. So we strongly develop the power of regret, regretting any negativity that we've ever created, knowing that it will bring a negative outcome or experience. And the example Geshe gives is that suppose someone eats poison, 3 people having poisonous food, one dies, the second becomes extremely ill, and the third experiences no ill effects for the time being. Seeing the consequences of the first 2 suffered, the third person would have great regret for eating that particular food and then do something about it. So it's like this: we know we have created negative karmas, so develop strong regret, which leads to the third power of the opponent, the power of the opponent force. And the third power is a virtuous action done as an antidote. So any positive action performed with complete, sincere regret for the negativity created. So the examples given are to do prostrations or to recite mantras, to read Dharma texts, to meditate on emptiness, to recite the names of Buddhas, and to make offerings and practice generosity. So doing that with complete, fervent regret. So doing any of these with bodhicitta motivation, so wishing to attain complete, perfect enlightenment, and the awareness of the emptiness of inherent existence, so that everything is just a dependent arising. This makes the purification very powerful. So all of our practice will purify negative karmas, but the strength of our regret and our wish to benefit all sentient beings make it stronger. And finally, the power of commitment. So the power of commitment is the promise, the intention not to perform any negativity again. So Geshe explains, if possible, make that promise to abandon the negativity forever. But if not, just make promise one day at a time and keep that commitment step by step. So Geshe says you can promise to abandon an action for the next year or month or whatever period you are certain you can keep that commitment. And without this power of commitment, purification is not complete. So it is more important to establish the habit of fulfilling your promise than to promise more than you can deliver. So the idea of purification like this is to think of all the negativities that you've ever created and regret them all, generating bodhicitta, the wish to attain complete perfect enlightenment. And performing any positive action dedicated to all sentient beings. And then the commitment, never to commit or perform any of these negative actions again. So karma is a vast, deep subject. Every moment, every sentient being is experiencing is the result of karmic causes. So every moment is a karmic cause for future moments, and every moment is the karmic result of previous moments. So in the big picture, we need to appreciate that any negativity we have ever created is all in relation to sentient beings or the Buddha Dharma Sangha. And the Buddha and all Buddhas were sentient beings like us. So we need to purify all of our negative potential and quickly attain enlightenment. And not for our own sake, but for the benefit of all sentient beings. So we need to create the karma to become a Buddha, to actually practice the 6 perfections of the Bodhisattva path, to practice the entire path to enlightenment. And we definitely are creating, by doing this, we are creating the causes, the karma, to attain enlightenment. So we need to purify any negative states of mind, our general ignorance, our anger, our attachment, and also our doubt. We need to check up and make sure karma is the law of cause and effect. We can attain enlightenment, no doubt. And in Geshe-La's wonderful book, The Fundamental Potential for Enlightenment, he explains how all sentient beings have this potential for enlightenment. The natural potential and the developed potential. And how all beings can and will attain enlightenment. And we don't need to worry about when that might be. When all sentient beings have attained enlightenment, bring the mind back, settle the mind on the breath, with the wish, the intention, oneself to attain enlightenment to benefit all sentient beings. So just appreciate the opportunity, the karma that you have created to have the time to listen to these teachings from Geshe-La's Essence of the Path to Enlightenment. To rejoice in your good fortune, to have contact with the Holy Dharma, and how you can generate in your own heart, in your own mind, the conventional mind of enlightenment. Don't have to go anywhere, be anywhere else. Just to be at peace with your own mind, with the intention, the strong motivation to quickly attain complete, perfect enlightenment to benefit all numberless, countless sentient beings, all of them without any exception. So just watch the rising and falling of the breath. Feel the good intention of your mind, the wish to benefit all sentient beings. Just allow your mind to settle. Observe the clarity and awareness that is mind itself. Just breathing in and breathing out. So now we do a short dedication that we do at the end of each meditation session, dedicating whatever merit it is that we create during our meditation, or if we're reading, or if we're listening to teachings. Dedicate that merit to the attainment of enlightenment, so that the time spent is not lost, but that merit will result in us attaining, step by step, complete perfect enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. So we can think, by this virtue, may all beings complete the collections of wisdom and merit and attain the two holy bodies arisen from wisdom and merit. May the precious superior mind of enlightenment be generated in those who have not yet generated it, and not decrease in those who have developed it, but increase continuously. So thank you very much for attending, for viewing, for being here. Next week, we will be looking at samsara, the next chapter. Samsara is cyclic existence, which is what we are experiencing. Here we go, cycling. Beginningless, endless cyclic existence, and how to overcome this cyclic existence by attaining nirvana, seeing the true nature of reality, and by attaining enlightenment. So we'll be looking at samsara and nirvana next week. So thank you very much for your attention, your attendance. Have a relaxing, peaceful, calm week. Hope you're all coping with the prevailing conditions that we are experiencing on the planet right now. So just utilize Lord Buddha's teachings to settle the mind, settle the body, relax and benefit oneself and others. Thank you.